Right guys, so I'm not trying to scare anyone with AI, but honestly, since 4.8 Claude has come out, a lot has changed. Now, as we get more and more down the line, AI is literally taking over and you need to be ahead of the curve. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Right now, as you can see, I have different projects on the side of my screen, and within each project is an employee, is an AI agent. And how you need to treat these is they do different tasks. So for example, let's say I have my video editor here. So within my video editing project, I then have a video editor, which is here. Let me rename it for you now. I then have a YouTube uploader, and they all work together within the project. Now, this is how you create an employee workforce. This is so important. So if you're running a business and you need employees, for example, you need a marketing person, someone who sends out email campaigns, you need a graphic designer, you need a video editor, you need an analytics person, you need someone who can understand your database and go through it, tell you who signed up, who hasn't signed up. This is where it all happens. Now, you should not be scared of how this actually looks. I didn't know anything about coding, and in fact, this is not coding anymore. This is literally just talking to AI like you would be talking to another person or someone who works in your business. If you do not get onto this now, unfortunately, you will be left behind. As time goes on, we are already seeing a drastic change in employment rate and jobs changing. And it's not all bad because new jobs are now being created. If you actually think about it, you can be anything you want with AI. You can do anything, literally. There's so many more opportunities that have arisen, and obviously, yes, jobs are going, but jobs are coming. You just need to figure out what jobs and what to do. If you start by using employees, starting businesses, you'll be able to manage everything much more easier. Now, a couple of things that I have noticed with Claude 4.8 is it is really good. I've not done a comparison test compared to Codex yet, but they are literally on par. Now, one thing I will say is they've added more effort levels. It starts from high, there's medium, low, extra high, ultra think. So don't be scared. But what I always use is medium. Why I use medium is because I feel like if you use high, it really does overthink things. Another thing about 4.8 is I do feel like it is much slower, but so far, so good. What the objective is from these companies is to literally be able to run your computer, your browser, your business, your day-to-day life. Everything will be done in one place. Now, the reason why I used AgentGrid for my agents is because before I was using Cursor, and how it would work is I used to have, look, here's an example. I used to have all of these tabs open and I can't see none of them. These are basically different chats of different things that I'm doing. And over time, they build up and I can't actually start to see what I'm doing. It's like my brain. So I need to visually see it. So why I use there's different employees within the structure. So I can rename them. I have a commander who can address some issues, do a task to send to the agents. And this is not a gimmick just to look good. This actually really helps because, as I said before, say, for example, this is one business. You then have your employees here within that business. Then I can swap to my other business, control my employees on this business. So it really does make life much easier. And now for people who just do not have a clue about what I'm doing, it's really easy. You're just literally talking to the chat. It looks scary because of the way the text is laid out and how many different boxes there are, but you just have to think, this is an employee and this is an employee. This is a business and these are the agents and employees. And so as time goes on, we will start to see a big change in history. I would say we only have around 6 months to 1 year left before everything becomes fully autonomous, because right now we're in the stages where OpenAI are trying to beat Anthropic, then Gemini is trying to compete. They're all trying to compete on top of each other. And when someone brings out something, the other company has to bring out something better so they don't lose users. Now, this is why there will be no limit on how far AI will go. And this is why they don't actually really care about jobs being lost. And it's down to you to figure out what to do to find your job, your path, and secure your future. Because this is a very important point in history, as no one has ever been through this change before. You can obviously say the internet, that's correct, and there was a big change, but this is on a whole nother level. This is literally agents which are creating even stuff like for healthcare, curing treatments that could never be cured before. So have a think, start building, creating stuff, or if you already have a business, start implementing this. Very simple. Tell it about your business, what you do, how it can help. Just trust me and it will work.